Good morning. I'm happy to welcome you to the first in what will be a series of symposia sponsored by the Center for Brain Activity Mapping here at UCSD to explore issues that are germane to the BRAIN initiative. My name is Ralph Greenspan. I'm the director of that center, and we are happy to have the opportunity to welcome today's speakers and all of you for this discussion of what is a very key topic in making the BRAIN initiative possible to go forward. In some sense, it's the necessary prerequisite for it, and that is the development of new and better ways to see what's actually happening in the brain. If we ultimately want to get to the stage of being able to monitor whole brains in real time at reasonably high resolution, this is obviously a necessary development that needs to go on in it. And as a result, not going to be a lot of neuroscience today, but there will be a lot of interesting science of ways of developing means of detecting different aspects of what goes on in the nervous system and some of the physics and chemistry that makes that possible from people who are at the forefront of this and many of whom come from departments with names like physics, chemistry, and so on. A couple of minor points, first of all. This is a high-tech auditorium. It's not named Qualcomm Institute for nothing. Every one of your seats has a power outlet under it. So if you have to charge your computer or your iPhone or your iPad, you don't have to sit in the aisle. It's under your armrest, apparently. Another minor point is during question periods, please wait for the microphone to come to you because there are people outside of the room in other parts of the campus and so on who will be watching this. Let me tell you a little bit about what is currently going on with respect to the BRAIN initiative. I'm sure some of you are quite familiar with the state of the national effort. Terry Sanovsky, one of the organizers for this meeting, has just informed me that the NIH Advisory Committee, which he serves on, has just completed its final report for their plan. And Roger Chen is also a member of this committee, who is also here. They've just completed their final report, charting a roadmap for the way NIH will carry out its portion of the BRAIN initiative. DARPA continues to come out from time to time with their calls for new technology development in areas related to this, and NSF is doing likewise. What is not yet certain and is widely known, but is in the works, that you might not be as well aware of, is that we've been working towards the idea of having the state of California do their own version of a BRAIN initiative. They expressed an interest in this starting last fall, or last summer actually, when they contacted us, and they held hearings down here and in Sacramento about it, and working together with many of the other campuses in the state, and in particular with Paul Alivisatos, the director of the Lawrence Berkeley Lab, who was one of the original people that I worked with when we developed the very first proposal that went to the White House that ultimately resulted in the BRAIN initiative. We've been working with various legislators in California and with the UC system and with other campuses as well. And it's not certain yet if they're going to do something or exactly what they're going to do, but the signs are at least promising that they will do something, perhaps with a very small start, but still, we ought to know sometime within the next few weeks, since the state government is now thrashing out their budget for the year. This, too, would be a program designed primarily at driving the technology forward and trying to develop things that would allow us to converge on a unified technology for doing large-scale efforts. And as some of you may remember from the Genome Project, that was really the prerequisite for getting the Genome Project to the stage where they could actually do it, is converging on a technology that everyone could use and that would become standardized. So we'll see, but stay tuned on that. We have an excellent program today. We have plenty of time for each speaker and for questions and for breaks in between. Unfortunately, one of our speakers, Paul Weiss, was not able to attend because of a family emergency. But without further ado, I will introduce our first speaker, Adam Cohen from Harvard, from the Departments of Chemistry and Physics at Harvard. And Adam will speak to us about all-optical electrophysiology with microbial rhodopsins.